There is a brutal war raging right now in Asia. When you think of current wars, the Russian invasion of Ukraine or Israel's war against Hamas terrorists comes to mind. But today we will explain the intense Myanmar Civil War. It is turning out to be one of the largest humanitarian disasters in the world, though you won't hear it through mainstream media. Join me as we talk about the causes and how the Burmese people have suffered. I'll give my personal thoughts later on. Let's get into it. Myanmar, also known as Burma, boasts a rich and tumultuous history. From ancient city-states to the Mongol invasions, followed by Anglo-Burmese wars, East India Company occupation, military dictatorships, and a brief stint with democracy, the country has seen it all. Insurgencies have plagued Myanmar since its independence in 1948. These conflicts often arose due to differences in ethnic beliefs across regions. In 2008, the country underwent political reforms and democratization, leading to self-governing states within Myanmar enjoying a degree of autonomy. However, this newfound stability quickly unraveled. The ethnic divisions eventually led to the ousting of elected President Win Myint in 2021, giving rise to a military council and a declaration of a defensive war against the military junta. The conflict spread across the country, with civilians caught in the crossfire. In December of 2021, junta troops ambushed a group of people outside of a village, resulting in the tragic massacre of 35 civilians, including 2 aid workers from the NGO Save the Children. These incidents, along with the looting and collective punishment of ethnic minorities, became disturbingly common. The situation in Myanmar is increasingly dire, with news of the atrocities emerging at an alarming rate. Massacres of civilians and brutal executions of suspected opposition sympathizers has become a grim reality. For example, junta forces decapitated a teacher named Saw Tun Mo, leaving parts of his body on display in a looted village. China has supported both the military junta and some of their rivals, primarily driven by protecting business interests and regional stability. The escalating conflict, especially near its border, has made China increasingly concerned. China's significant economic investments in Myanmar have also contributed to its involvement in the situation. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, is a regional organization comprising 10 countries, including Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and the Philippines. ASEAN has been divided on the Myanmar issue, with some supporting the junta and others the democratic government. The group initially blocked Myanmar from its regional summits after the coup. Russia has maintained close ties with the junta, providing ammunition and political backing. In 2022, the leader of the junta council, Min Aung Hlaing, visited the Kremlin and pledged support for the invasion of Ukraine. Several Western countries have imposed sanctions on the junta government and its associates. However, these measures have had limited impacts, as the junta government effectively circumvents the sanctions through subsidiary companies. The economic impact of the country has been devastating. The Burmese kyat depreciated by 60% by 2022, leading to the G7 blacklisting Myanmar for failing to combat money laundering and terrorism financing. Poverty has doubled and over 1 million civilians have fled the country since the start of the conflict, causing a significant brain drain and challenges for business seeking qualified employees. Humanitarian crises continue to unfold, with junta forces committing war crimes, including murder and rape. The targeting of civilians has intensified, leaving the population scarred. Both sides in the conflict use schools, hospitals, and religious sites as bases, depriving almost 8 million children of education. The health system has collapsed completely, and 1 in 4 people are at risk of starvation. As of March 2023, the UN reports that an estimated 17.6 million people require humanitarian assistance, with 1.6 million displaced and 55,000 civilian buildings destroyed. The conflict in Myanmar continues to escalate, with the civilian population enduring unimaginable suffering. Both sides have committed atrocities, and there is no end in sight. China appears to be ready to take advantage of the violence when the opportunity arises. The West is preoccupied with conflicts in Europe and the Middle East, while neighboring Asian countries fear China's encroachment on their sovereignty. The average citizen in Myanmar faces hunger and constant threats of violence. Let's hope that the fighting ends soon, and that the international community steps up to provide aid and support the war-torn country. If you found this informative, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your support is greatly appreciated. The channel recently reached 100 subscribers, and we're thankful for the ongoing support. See you in the next one.